The goal of this video is to help you get out of the illusion that chasing money is gonna make you rich or wealthy, which maybe nobody's ever told you that's not actually going to happen. Whenever we're speaking about chasing money, the underlying feeling behind of it is that you are going after something that you're lacking or something that you're missing. And because of that underlying lack, there is a whole list of things that actually end up happening. There's a Princeton University study that shows how people that are living in poverty have their brain capabilities and cognitive abilities overall diminished by up to 40%. And the reason for that is because they are constantly feeling that the fact that they're lacking money and they're lacking financial resources. And specifically, they state how a person's cognitive function is diminished by the constant and all-consuming effort of coping with the immediate effects of having little money. Therefore, a person is left with fewer mental resources to focus on complicated, indirectly related matters such as education, job training, and even managing their time. And the main one, which is actually how to get out of that state of poverty. And the reason why chasing doesn't help is because what chasing does is it elicits scarcity within each and every human being, and therefore that opens the scarcity loop. When I get X, I will be Y. When I get rich, I will be happy. Whenever I get a Ferrari, I will feel satisfied. Except that, first of all, that's not gonna happen. And the reason for that is mainly because those are things that are outside of yourself, and therefore they're not actually really going to fulfill you. Second of all, by even saying something like, when I get X, I will be Y, what you see is that an overall feeling of scarcity, underlying scarcity comes up. And the reason for that is because what you're saying when you're saying that statement is, as of right now, I'm not enough. As of right now, I'm lacking something. As of right now, there is something that would make me more than what I currently am. You're constantly trying to get somewhere, hence expressing how you are not enough within your current state or within the current way that you live your life. And that is not to say that you shouldn't be striving towards things, but there is a specific way that I will teach you within this video that's gonna help you strive in a way that allows you to get more results in an easier way and overall making your life more enjoyable. Now, to really drive this puppy home, I'm gonna tell you the story of how I closed my very first $10,000 in business. So I closed my very first 10K through a new offer that I started within my business in September 2020. And there was a YouTube consulting offer for entrepreneurs. It worked out great within the very first month. And the reason for that is because I'd worked really hard on getting started on a good offer that was solid, whilst also working on my beliefs about that offer so that I knew that that offer was going to be able to help people, whilst also working on my character traits so that I was doing the actions that were going to be necessary in order to be successful within that offer. The very first month ended up being great. We closed $10,000 in sales. And then the second month, something happened. Instead of pursuing this further and instead of being content with all the success that I was having, I told myself that I needed to learn another skill. And the reason why I needed to learn that skill is because I was seeing other people get amazing results within that skill by actually following that framework. And I told myself, okay, if I want to get to the same level as these people, then I need to learn that skill as well. And so I invested a lot of money and resources and time and effort into this course on Facebook organic marketing, which was not something I was passionate about and that I only told myself I needed to do just because that seemed to be the way that I was gonna scale up to $30,000, $50,000, and $100,000 a month. That ended up not being true, and that essentially ended up tanking my business. And the reason for that is because I started lacking on one of the two other factors that were really important and necessary for me to get to 10K in the very first place, which was beliefs and character traits. I started having doubts about my offer. I started seeing how other competitors were really coming up with other offers that were really, really good. And therefore feeling like I was not good enough to actually maintain onto my promises that I was making to the people that I was selling to. And as a result, I started sabotaging myself. I would go on sales calls and not really being able to close, not really even care about closing. And therefore I closed October and November with 0 in sales. And that was mainly because I told myself I needed to learn another skill instead of working on my beliefs and on my character traits, which was all along the thing that really made me start and get a very good September month in the first place. And again, this is only to show you how the feeling of scarcity led me into trying out something new that I told myself was gonna be serving me, instead of actually just focusing on the few things that I really knew how to do well, which was YouTube videos and helping people with YouTube, and really branch out into this new traffic source that I had no idea how to use, which was Facebook. So here's another example of scarcity really messing up people's life. Dr. John Berardi, he sold his company for $100 million, and I like listening and watching what he posts on Instagram and on Twitter. And on Instagram, he posted this newsletter piece from James Clear, the author of Atomic Habits. And what James Clear is saying essentially within that frame is you always want to focus on people. And the reason why you want to focus on people is because all the wealth and anything that you may ever want in the world will be granted to you by a person. So as long as you focus on people, you will get those amazing results. And Joe Berardi goes on it even deeper and says how, because opportunities are attached to people, if you want more opportunities, you have got to get better at being with people. You've got to find ways to nurture real relationships, to be the kind of person people want to share time and ideas and opportunities with. Too many ambitious opportunity seekers never draw this connection. What he's saying is these opportunity seekers, they're too focused on finding those opportunities and really getting something rather than being in the moment and focusing on overall just being of value to other people. They never work on their being with people skills because they think people are a distraction or competition. The thing is, A, they're wrong. The people aren't an obstacle in the path. They are the path. B, they're stinky, and the people with the opportunities can smell them coming a mile away. It's a lot better for you if you go to a networking event to be focused, to be in the present moment, to be smiling and to go and meet people and get to know them and see how you can help them out, rather than look for the big opportunity, look for the big person that you really want to speak to, and really try to find a way to get in touch with that person. And the reason for that is because people will naturally be attracted to your energy by the energy that you give out whenever you are being positive and you're being sociable and when you're being the face of the party. And I personally think this can be correlated to the success of people like Elon. If you look on Twitter, he's posting half of the times memes that are really funny. And I think the reason for that is because he's not taking life so seriously. He's not so focused within the scarcity loop of things. He's not trying to chase money. He's trying to create wealth and have fun as he's doing that. Now, here's a mindset shift that I've learned from a coach called Steve Artisan, which I think is going to be able to serve you a lot. And that is, instead of feeling like you need to go after something and you really need to do that because otherwise you feel like you're lacking something, tell yourself this: anything that is not an expression of self-love is missing the point. And I know this may sound really crazy, and I know you may go like, whoa, how is that possible? That sounds crazy. And, is the world gonna crumble if I start loving myself? Try this out for a few hours within your day. Just try it out once, okay? And go through your day from a place of, I'm just gonna focus on loving myself rather than do anything else, rather than try to get it anywhere. And I know this may sound scary because you feel like you have all these responsibilities that you need to fulfill on, but just try it out 1 or 2 hours. Throughout those 1 or 2 hours, keep on telling yourself, I'm gonna focus on loving myself. I'm gonna focus on loving myself. Let me just focus on this. And look at the way that you work. Look at your productivity. Look at your relationships. Look at the way you feel as you are keeping that mantra on. And what you find is, in the vast majority of cases, you're going to be more productive. You're going to be more happy. The people are going to be feeling more included. just because you are overall having a better experience. Ali Abdaal speaks a lot about this when it comes to productivity. It's like, yeah, the best way to be productive is actually just by having fun.
Enjoying the journey is the ultimate productivity hack. Because when we're having fun doing the stuff that we need to do or that we want to do, then productivity just magically takes care of itself.
I want to leave you with an example that I had with a coaching client. And we've been working together for quite a long time. It's been about 2 years. And at this point, his ability to start conversations with strangers and overall work on his social skills and on relationships is really good. And the reason for that is because he has done it a long time. However, what he sometimes struggles with is not so much the skills, but it's the beliefs that he has within himself. So it feels like he may be creepy, and it feels like he may be, not good enough, which is the usual things that everybody honestly goes through. So what I told him once was to really get out of this mindset of achievement, of trying to get anything out of anybody. And he already does it a little bit by himself, but that time I really wanted to drive the point home. We're not trying to get anywhere. We're not trying to help you get anything. We're just gonna focus on loving ourselves. I know this may sound crazy, but we're just gonna focus on loving ourselves. And after nailing the point a little bit, because it was telling himself at the time, it was being like, well, I need to work on my approaching, because otherwise I'm not gonna get the girl that I want to get, I'm not gonna get the right person. And I helped him see how the way that he was gonna get the right person was not through more work. It was not through working on his skills. It was through just loving himself. Why? Because the right person was gonna be attracted to the version of him loving himself a lot more compared to the person that was really, really good at social skills. And there was a specific moment in which his eyes lit up and he was like, whoa, does it mean I can just love myself? And that's the only thing I need to focus on. And when that happened, I saw a significant shift within his reality, and everything came effortless after that. So that is to show you what's possible. I highly suggest that you try out this exercise, and if you are interested, or if you have something that you feel like I could help you with, I have a one-on-one consultation call with me that is generally for clarity or problem solving. And if you feel like I can help you with anything, then feel free to go through that and we'll be able to speak one-on-one together. And overall, I just wanted to thank you for watching this video. If you liked it, then feel free to subscribe and to watch another video over here on the screen right now. Thank you guys for watching. See you in the next one.